Hello and welcome back to Investment Vitals. Today I will take you through the Claims User Guide which has been released in context of the Bahamas Proceeding of the FTX claim case or the FTX proof of filing of debt. This video is a precursor to the video in which I will capture on screen how I filed the proof of debt in the Bahamas case. The idea of this video is to get as many queries and questions that you might have from this Claims User Guide so that I can address them while filing the proof of debt real time. Therefore, if you have any queries or questions arising from this Claims User Guide, please put in the comment section, because in the next couple of days I will make that step-by-step video on how to file the FTX proof of debt or FTX proof of claim in the Bahamas proceeding. Before I proceed, I am neither a financial nor a legal advisor. Nothing contained in my channel or in this video is financial or legal advice. With that out of the way, let me go through this document which has been released in the claim case. I will leave a link to this document. I will try to leave a link to this document on in the comments. Even otherwise, towards the end of the video, I will show you where you can download this document from if you want to review it yourself. With that, let me proceed with the video further. Now, this document shows here the process that we'll have to go through while filing the proof of debt in the Bahamas case. It says there are six essential steps. First is account registration, that is the creation of claims portal account. The second step is registration of creditor and customer account details, wherein you link your FTX account to the portal. Third is balance acceptance, that is accept or dispute the balance listed in that claims. Fourth is identity verification, which is essentially KYC, that is know your customer. 5 is asset transfer, and 6 is appendices. That's not a step, but it's a part of this document in which they are given the screenshots of how to go out with the filing, and also given the glossary, which is essentially the terms of reference thereof. Now let me move to the quickly to the next page, which is the first step, which is account registration. Now to start off with the little bit of background here, they have covered who have to file this proof of debt. Now what they say is all customers of ftx.com or FTX International may file. As we discussed in the previous videos, if you're not seen it, link appearing on top of the screen right now. Any customer excepting the customer of the FTX US, essentially people who are US residents would not get benefit under this current proceeding, because they will be covered under the US proceeding. Also, there are certain exceptions, like people from Turkey or customers from Japan, Europe, etc. However, as we discussed in the video earlier, Bahamas court is essentially welcoming all customers of FTX to file a proof of claim, and they will try to incorporate your claim even if you file outside your jurisdiction. So if you are a resident from any of the other excluded jurisdiction, you can still try your luck by filing on this claim, especially if you have missed out filing of your proof of claim in your other jurisdictions. Apart from that, most other FTX customers will get covered in this proof of debt. So if we miss the first opportunity of filing it in the US court or in your respective jurisdiction, then this is a good opportunity for you to try and get your money back. Now with that, it is important for me to mention that after I had made the video, I started making these videos in September of 2023, essentially because I did not find any good guide or any good step-by-step video which could show how to file the proof of claim in US court. It is very unfortunate that many people had missed filing there, and I saw from the comments that I received later on that many people missed that deadline. This is probably the last opportunity for you to clear, for those people to file their proof of debt or proof of claim and to hope getting some money back. So share this video to as many people possible and hit the like button so that it reaches out to more people, and some people can get their money back. Now with that out of the way, we essentially know that practically everybody can file this proof of debt. Maybe people of US residents of US, that is customers of FTX.US, might not benefit out of this, but no harm trying. Also, Turkey, Japan, Europe, and other jurisdictions, as mentioned in my previous video, might not necessarily benefit, but no harm trying if we have missed the opportunity in those proceedings. Now, the second step they mention here is in order to submit a claim, you first need to create an account on the FTX digital claim portal. What they've given as a note is that if you have previously submitted your information with our initial version of the portal, which was designed to register customer contact details, you will be sent a link to retrieve your original registered details and set a new password. You please do not select the create claim button as this will not be linked to your original registered details. Now, what they've essentially said is earlier the Bahamas Proceeding had also asked for people to submit their customers to submit their claims, sorry, not the claims, their details, contact details. If you had submitted your contact details back then you should not click on the create claim button, but rather should retrieve your original registration through the link provided. This, in my opinion, would not be relevant for most people, because as many people that I know of have not really filed their registered their contact details earlier. So for most customers of FTX, the create claim button would be relevant. We will capture this in the step-by-step video when I make this in the next couple of days. Again, it also says that once you have created your account, you will be able to link your FTX accounts, view the balances as per the JOL, that is the joint official liquidators, and submit a claim as detailed in section 2 and 3 on the following pages. Also, it says, how do I create an account? It says on the home page of FTX digital claim portal, please click on the create claim button to initiate the creation of your claims account. You will be required to complete the following steps to create the account. As I mentioned, I'll be covering this in the step-by-step video as well. First, we have to provide the contact details, including name, telephone number, and email address. Type of claimant. Most of us would be individual claimants. That I'll read them out still. It says there are 3 types of claimants, that is individual customers, institutional customers, and non-customer creditors. Most of those watching this video would be individual customers like you and me, who are essentially trading on FTX portal or had placed our money on FTX portal and lost it. There will be some institutional customers, essentially meaning companies. Most of us would be in individual category. And the third category is non-customer creditors, which could be like some employees or some service providers, maybe somebody who lent their computers or or maybe vans or cars to FTX and did not get their money back. Again, this would not be a significant portion of us. However, people who are non-customer creditors would be dealt, do not have to file a do not have to register, but do not have to file their claimed amount, because they'll be dealt manually. So they only have to register, and the balance portion will be manually for them. As I mentioned, most people would be under category A, which is individual customers. The third part is details of the current claim owner, including name, date of birth, and date of account opened. These 3 will have to be filed. Date of account opened, I believe, would be part of that filing process itself. We will see it when I make the video in which I go through step by step of how to file this claim. The fourth part is password. We'll have to set a new password. As always, we always set a complex password. It has to be, as for this website, it has to be at least 8 characters long, should have at least one digit, at least one uppercase, and at least one special character. This is a standard norm for most websites. Even if you don't use it now, make it a habit of having at least 8 characters, having a number and a special character along with it. These are very basics. I'll quickly go through them. Therefore, once you have successfully completed all the above information, you can click the next button and you will see a pop-up explaining an email, that an email has been sent to you. So once you process this step, you will go to the next. It will send you an email to your inbox, in which you will get an OTP. If you have received an error message saying the username is already in use, a profile has been created under your email address. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, at the initial part, PWC had asked, or in this process, Bahamas Proceedings had asked for customers to provide their contact details. If you had given your contact detail, then you will get an error saying that your name is already, the username is already in use. This implies that you have already filed, and hence you don't have to create a claim again, and rather have to go through the link to retrieve your details. But this would, again, as I said, most of the customers that I know have not registered the contact details, and hence it would generally not be applicable to most people watching this video. I'll read through quickly for the balance portion. If you have previously attempted to set up an account, you will need to cancel the registration process and click the login button on the claims portal homepage, and then click on the forgot password and enter the email address of your account. Essentially meaning, if you have given your contact details earlier, instead of creating an account, click on the forgot password, and you'll get and enter your email ID, and you'll get how to retrieve your password in that on your email. The second part of I'll move through the next part. It says registration of creditors and customer account details. This is relevant for most of us, and hence I will be taking it in slightly more details. Well, it says that why is it required? It is required to submit your claim. To submit your claim, you will be required to complete additional details to register yourself as a creditor and link to your link your FTX account to your new FTX digital claim portal. As I'll repeat this, it essentially means that this step is required to link your FTX account to this claim portal. Little link here. Linking your FTX account to your FTX digital portal allows you to submit one claim for all FTX account and will allow you to view your balances. Just like the US proceeding, this will help you to see your balance that has been registered against your name for the purpose of filing your debt. Third is you will be able to either accept the balance as per JOL, that is the liquidators, or dispute the balance and provide further details to substantiate a claim. Most people in FTX US case had agreed to their to the balances. Generally speaking, ordinarily most retail customers would find their balances accurately reflecting on the portal. There could be some exceptions, that's an outlier, but if there's an exception, they will have to file you'll have to substantiate your claim by giving some additional proofs of why you think the claim registered on the portal is wrong. As I said sometime back, for most of us it will it should tally or it should reconcile with the actual claim that we have. The claim on the portal should ideally reconcile with the claim that we really believe is ours. The third part, what is required to register my claim? I'll read through this quickly before I summarize. Once you have set your account, you can log in any time using the username and password. After entering the username and password, you will receive another mail with one-time PIN, which you will need to enter in the following page. This will be required each time you log in to ensure your account is kept secret. Essentially meaning, apart from your username and password, you will also have to authenticate through a OTP that you get on your email. This is a second factor authentication, which is good for maintaining our confidentiality. The next part is in the registration of the creditors and customers account section of the portal, you will be required to enter the following details. Again, I know I'm going fast. I've received this feedback quite often that I speak fast. You can try setting your speed on YouTube to 0.5x if you find me fast. However, to keep this video a little shorter, I'll be going a little fast through this reading, but little more slow while I summarize these. Okay, now it's in step one. In step one, current claim owner information. Complete all the required fields: name, date of birth, telephone number, address, country or territory of residence, occupation, nationality, ID number. Note: acceptable or suggested form of ID are passport, national ID, and or driving license numbers depending on jurisdiction. This is required for the purpose of verifying your identity. Essentially they're talking about that you have to give your details, including your name, date of birth, telephone number, address, and your country, occupation, nationality, and ID number. For your proof of identification, they would accept, it is preferable to give your passport. They also accept national ID card and driving license. The reason I'm saying passport is more preferable is because in certain jurisdiction, driving license is not recognized as a identity proof. However, if in your country driving license or ID card is a proof of citizenship or a residency, then you can use that as well. Step number 2 is link your FTX account. Enter the email addresses of your FTX account. This allows you to link all your FTX accounts to one FTX digital claim portal account. Once you enter your email addresses, a verification code will be sent to each of the email addresses you have linked to verify you have the rights to these accounts. If you receive an error account saying no FTX account found on these email addresses, the JOL record indicates either the JOL have no record of the FTX account under this email, or the FTX account to this email has nil or negative balances. Essentially, this is an improvement over the proceeding in over the US claim case. In US claim case, you had to file separately for every email that you had registered with FTX. I know many people had multiple accounts registered with FTX. I too had multiple accounts. In fact, I was able to successfully withdraw most of my funds. I got stuck in one of the accounts in which my F2A, the second factor authentication, was stopped, and I never really bothered to fix it. By the time it tried to fix it, it was too late. Nonetheless, in Bahamas Proceeding, they have made it a little better by by giving you an option of clubbing all your emails under one account claim portal. This is what is specified in step 2. You will have an option of entering each of your email accounts that you want to club for your claim. You will receive an OTP in all of these email accounts, and you'll have to put that OTP in this to link those accounts to your one single proof of debt. If you get an error message, it is possibly because your email is not recognized or is not as per the records of the liquidators, or your account has a negative or a zero balance. So these are the two circumstances in which they believe you will get an error. If there's an issue still, you think that you have some balance and your name is not appearing under, you have a balance under certain email linked FTX account and you're getting error, then they have mentioned this email in which you can drop a mail, that is gbl underscore fdm underscore creditors at pwc.com. Again, as I mentioned towards the end of the video, I'll tell you where you can find this document. Go to this and you can refer to this email. Otherwise, you can copy it from the screen right now. You can pause the video and copy this email if you want to. They say, note, please ensure you have a legit right and ownership over the accounts you're linking. If you do not, it is likely to lead to a significant delay in verifying your claim or a rejection of your claim if you are unable to be verified as a legal owner. A standard disclaimer, I would not go through it in details. Once you have successfully linked all your accounts, you will be able to view your balances, that is according to JOL record, for your review as detailed in section 3 or the following pages. What you're saying is, in this step you will be able to see your views, you see your balance of crypto as is appearing in the records of the official liquidators, and you can verify that and either agree or disagree to that. Last part mentioned here is, note, as mentioned in section 1, non-creditor customers will be dealt manually and therefore will only be required to complete step 1, that is account registration, and the GOL will be in contact with for the next step. Essentially meaning that excepting for if you are not a customer claimant, you are essentially maybe one of the other two claimants, either corporate or if you are a non creditor, essentially non customer creditor, maybe a supplier or some employee, and you have a claim, then you don't have to accept or reject your claim debt. You essentially have to only go for step 1. Most people watching this video would not fall in the category, so I'll not go in details in this one. Step number 3 says balance acceptance. Now why? I'll read through quickly. I'll summarize the required. After you have linked your accounts, you will be directed to a page dealing with your portfolio that, as per GOL records, this will show the balance of all accounts you have linked in bracket, which can also be downloaded as an Excel file. You will have the option to accept or dispute this balance. If you dispute the balance, you will be able to provide further details to substantiate your claim. Essentially, why is it required? Because you can, in this page, you will be able to see. In this page, you will be able to see what is your claimed amount as recognized by the liquidators. The liquidators have some records from FTX, and most customers' records are tallying with the actuals. Therefore, you will be able to see that record and accept it as your claim amount. If there is a discrepancy, it doesn't reconcile with your records, then you will have an option of disputing it and submitting a claim or submitting a proof of why you think your actual balance was different from what the liquidators believe it is in. Now, how to do this? I'll quickly read through. To accept or dispute the balance listed and submit your claim, select either the accept portfolio or dispute portfolio button to confirm if you agree with the balance listed. Again, you will have an option of clicking either accept portfolio or dispute portfolio. If you click accept portfolio, you won't have to give additional proofs. If you dispute the amount that liquidators believe you have, then you have the option of submitting why you think your amount is different from what is listed. Now, again, I'll quickly go through the balance. If you do not agree with the balance or do not have a balance listed, you will be required to enter the amended balance and provide details of why you disagree with this amount. You will then be directed to a proof of debt form electronic submission page for you to enter the below information. That is, if you dispute the amount that is appearing with the liquidators, then you will have to follow this. First, section 1, details of the customer, non-customer. Please enter your full name, primary address, address of primary residence, primary contact number, email address which is linked to FTX, and preferred one if it is different. So you have to give your contact details. You have to give your email address that is listed with FTX. Sometimes you have a separate different primary email which you would prefer. In that case, you just specify that also, that I have, for example, I have got investment vitals at yahoo.com linked with FTX, but I want correspondence on investment vitals at gmail.com. Then you can specify that. You have to necessarily put the email that is linked to FTX, but you can also specify the email in which you would like to receive the correspondences, and that's a good thing that they have done in this in the Bahamas proceeding. Second section is amount of claim in USD or USD equivalent. Please enter details of your claim amount. You have to enter the details of the claim amount. Third portion, basis of your claim. Please provide reasons behind your claim. Please attach relevant supporting documents to substantial claim. Please ensure that the files you are uploading are in the form of in file format of any image file, that is JPEG, PNG, etc., PDF, Word, or Excel, including CSV. We do not accept email uploads, that is .msg files. please instead save and upload the email as PDF file. Essentially, they are saying that you have to give a proof of the amount that you believe is your rightful claim, but the upload has to be in form of in form of a picture or a photograph, that is .jpeg, .jpeg or .png file, or a PDF file, which is Adobe Acrobat, or Word, which is Microsoft Word, or Excel, which is Microsoft Excel, including CSV, that is comma separated values. If you have an email that proves your claim, you cannot upload the email as it is. You have to convert that email into a PDF file and then send it for submission. Step number 4 is claim acquired transferred. If you have purchased your claim from another party, please indicate that here accordingly, which essentially implies that some people have bought or sold their claims in the claims market and other portals like that. If you have bought a claim from somebody, then you have to specify it in this section number 4. Section number 5, security. If you hold any security in relation to your claim, that is mortgage, collateral, etc., you have to enter it here. And finally confirmation, enter your name, capacity, and contact details, signature, essential to validate the proceeding. Once the above steps are completed, your claim has been submitted, and you will be taken to the dashboard, which will provide confirmation that your claim has been submitted and the ability to view your claim. You will not have the ability to amend your claim after it has been submitted. After you have done the above, if you have clicked on accept portfolio, or if you have then you will be able to see you will be taken to a dashboard in which you can see you can see the claim amount that is appearing and the other details that is relevant. Even if you have clicked on dispute portfolio and you have done the steps from section 1 to section 5 I spoke some time back, you will be able to see or view a claim amount and then proceed. Remember that once you have clicked on submit the claim, you will not be able to go back and amend your claim amount. Therefore, they put it in bold here. This is the final step to submit your claim. Additional step, that is identity verification and asset transfer, will open as a part of the claim adjudication process. This is the final step that will be required now as a part of submitting a claim. Now, identification verification. Now, as I mentioned some time back, no action is required at this point of time. However, as we discussed at the time of the FTX claim case filing in the US proceeding, KYC is a mandatory thing. We will have to necessarily file KYC. The reason thereof is that a court cannot, if I was a judge, a court would never allow money to be paid to a, say, terrorist organization or anti-money launderer, so on and so forth. Therefore, the court will always insist on the KYCs to be done before court authorizes the payment to be made to the customers. Therefore, KYC will necessarily have to be done. At least that was what the case in the US court. Now, they have also specified it here. Why is it required? It says anti-money laundering AML or know your customers KYC procedures undertaken by JOLs, that is liquidators, helps to confirm that creditors have legit rights to their accounts and helps prevent fraudulent activities. Secondly, as a part of KYC procedures, customers and non-customer creditors will need to submit identity information and supporting documents for review. These procedures help confirm creditors identify and account and enhance the security of FTX digital claims process. Third, completion of the KYC process will not be the sole factor in determining whether a dividend, that is amount claimed, can be paid, and there may be external restrictions regarding certain distribution to certain jurisdiction. To summarize, this step is required essentially to stop fraud, and secondly to ensure that the payment being authorized by the court is not in a jurisdiction where they are not allowed to pay. For example, North Korea, Iran are under sanction, Russia is under sanction. So some people in these countries might find it difficult to get the money, as in court would find it little challenging to authorize payments to this jurisdiction. This step would essentially help the court to ascertain that they are authorizing payment to be made to people whom they can allow payments to be made. Basically speaking, in a nutshell, KYC will have to be done, but not at this stage. This will come at a later stage. Further, is anything further required at this stage for me to progress to the verification stage? The claims handling process is anticipated to include further stages, including identity verification as a part of AML procedures. As part of this, creditors will be asked to provide information about the identity and supporting documents to verify the identity for review by JOLs, that is the liquidators. No action is required at this stage. You will be notified through your account on the portal and or contacted via email about the action you need to take in due course. The JOL, that is the liquidators, will provide further updates and information on this stage of the process in due course. Updates will be provided via email and or the PWC case website. Now, as they mentioned here, you will be contacted about further steps through emails. If not through emails, then you have to go and refer to the PWC case website. If therefore you are not subscribed to the channel, I would suggest you subscribe to the channel, because if there is a notification that comes on the PWC page, I will ensure that it gets I go through it, and that I keep all of you informed, so that we do not miss out on anything of importance here. But bottom line, they'll mostly, in my opinion, they'll mostly be sending out across emails, but there could be a chance that there's a possibility that they might only upload on the website. In the US proceeding, many of the documents or dockets were released on the website, and not all of them were sent to customers. So therefore, it is also important equally to keep reviewing the PwC website for updates that might appear over there, or stay subscribed to the channel to stay informed. The last step is asset transfer. This No action is required from customer at this stage. So I would rather not delve into this too much. But what is of interest here is that the payment for the first interim dividend, which is the payment to customers, is expected to be paid out in late 2024 or early 2025. In US proceeding, it was initially expected to be paid out by June, but based on this and considering that the US and Bahamas proceedings are coordinating with each other, and it is expected to be paid at the same time and almost similar amounts, uh, I presume that even in US case, now payments will not be is likely to be made in the second half of 2024 or early part of 2025, unlike what was initially assumed to be by June of 2024. Now, with this, the document moves to the screenshots of the process. I would not be going through this in details, because as I discussed some time back, I will be making a step-by-step video of how to file your proof of claim in the FTX claim case, in which I will be covering these in details. Even otherwise, till this stage, if you have any questions that you think is relevant, please write in the comment section. I'll get back to you on those. Also, I've received some very relevant questions on the comment of my previous video. For example, one of the questions was the tax implication in US. In the US proceeding, there could be withholding taxes for some of the customers. A very important question is, what is the tax treatment for proceeding from the Bahamas case? This is a very important and very useful question somebody has asked. There's some other relevant questions similar to this that have been raised. I will cover those questions in another video prior to making the step-by-step video, or maybe just after making the step-by-step video. I almost forgot well, where to find this document. If you want to go through it yourself, you would find this in the email that was sent earlier. I'll open that email for your reference. Just a sec over here. Yeah, this is the email that you were received from FTX from PWC. I'll just make it full screen so that you can view it better. Yeah, so this email would have come towards the end of February for most of you. It would have come from claims@ftx.pwc.com. Ensure that you do not click on any other email. There are many fraudsters trying to scam you of your money. You would have received this email from claims@ftx.pwc.com. Pause the screen if you want to ensure this has happened. The email that you're looking at would be the same one. On this email, on page number on the point number 2, that is how to submit a claim. Towards the end of it, they have given the second last paragraph. The JOS, that is the liquidators, have released a claim portal user guide, which can be found here. When you click on this link, which is highlighted as hyperlink in blue, you will be this will lead you to the website on the presentation that I was showing you some time back. You can go through it yourself. Well, I have covered most of it in details. I know I've been very fast going through it, because this video is becoming too long and I'm running short of time. And I'm sure that most of the viewers would also be getting bored and irritated about the length of the video. So if you really want to go through this, you can go through it again. However, as I said, I will be making a step-by-step video on how to file your proof of debt or proof of claim in the FTX claim case, which would give a guidance to most people. As you know, I started making these videos because at the time of filing the proof of claim in US proceeding, I did not find any useful material online on YouTube which could help me to any contact in any order in any way. The idea therefore was to make these videos so that people like me who are looking for some degree of guidance get some degree of understanding of how to go about it. Help me in the cause. Hit the like button and share it with as many friends of yours as possible, so that We have seen that in during the FTX US filing, many people missed out. Total number of claimants for FTX, as I mentioned earlier, is around $8 billion, which is a large number. So many people are claimants who are waiting to get their money back. If this might be the last opportunity, that if they miss out, will be really sad. Also, that if FTX customers do not get their claim, the balance money doesn't come to the rest other FTX customers. It goes to in a waterfall mechanism to other claimants, mostly which are mostly larger players. Share this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, help spread the word. I put a lot of effort to make these videos, make this cause useful by sending it across to as many people as possible. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you shortly. If you have any queries further, drop in the comment section. It helps all of us so that we can be better off at filing a proof of claim, and improve our chances of getting our money back in a faster way. With that, I'll see you shortly with one to address the queries that have been raised. Some of them are very relevant, like the tax implication thereof. And a second one would be a more important video, which is the step-by-step process of how to file your proof of deck in the FTX claim case, which is the PWC initiated proof of claim in the Bahamas proceeding. With that, I'll see you shortly. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.